This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for this Saturday, September 8th. Fire impacts for today will be the winds off the Sierra front in western Nevada and a larger area across eastern Nevada, stretching up into portions of southern and central Idaho, pushing eastwards, also into parts of Utah as well. And in the yellow, we also have some thunderstorms this morning with some lightning, mix of wet and low-end dry, which will be exiting out of the area this afternoon. No significant impacts on Sunday, but more wind and low humidity coming up for a good portion of Idaho, Utah, eastern Nevada, and also far western Nevada off the Sierra front. So kind of an active forecast coming up for the next couple of days. Precipitation last 24 hours on the left, some spotty precipitation. A lot of this is overestimate from radar, but still nothing too heavy at all. This is lightning over the past 48 hours. So 2 days ago in the red, we noticed a lot of lightning across northeastern Nevada and into parts of central Idaho. These are areas that we're looking for holdovers. Lightning in the past 24 hours and some of it in the past 12 hours here in the yellow, skirting parts of eastern Idaho into western Wyoming. Looking at the fire activity, new starts, new fires in the red. You see a lot of it here just east and north of Boise. Also scattered about across parts of Utah and into western Nevada. Existing fires in the yellow. Large team fires in the open purple circles. Observed precipitation the past 7 days, bone dry across the northern 2/3 of the area and even further south, just a couple of hundredths to a tenth of an inch. If we look at the 2-week outlook, other than being quite wet across the far northern portion of the Great Basin zone, which includes the northern Payette and the northern Salmon Chalice, still a lot of dry areas as you head further south. Looking at ERCs, you can see that a lot of them in the red are in the 80th to 90th percentiles, even above the 90th percentile to 96% in the darker red circles. You can see where our most critical fields currently lie and been drying out quite a bit across eastern Idaho and even to parts of western Wyoming now. So looking at current fuel conditions, where we've had some recent holdovers and some fire activity in the Boise Mountains, you can see that after a big drop about a week and a half ago, they have bounced back up and are well above normal to between normal and record level ERC. So they're critically dry once again. Even eastern Idaho, which was down earlier, has bounced back up and now are flirting with record level ERCs for this time of year. And looking at western Nevada, you can see that their ERCs also are well above normal and just below record levels. So we have dryness in a lot of areas across our region. Satellite imagery shows deep low pressure, typical this time of year off the British Columbia coast. These tight height lines in the yellow indicate strong winds into the Pacific Northwest and pushing into Idaho. The enhanced clouds here indicate where we have that lightning early today, and that'll be quickly exiting. It's more the wind concern, these tight height lines and the drier air, that'll be the main problem. So here we have that map, and again, the punch of dry air across parts of northern Nevada to southern Idaho. The deep moisture stays to our north. So we have high risk for wind, several areas here in western Nevada today, also eastern Nevada and into a good portion of southern and eastern Idaho and into western Wyoming now as they've dried out considerably. Looking at some of those wind speeds, you can see them coming out of the northwest here at 20 to 30 miles per hour, maybe gusts to 35 miles per hour, 40 across eastern Idaho. Also gusts approaching 30 off the Sierra front, as well as parts of eastern Nevada and parts of Utah. Humidity on the right-hand side, single digits across a good portion of northern Nevada into western Utah and into the mid-teens across Idaho. For tomorrow, similar story. The low pressure is nearly stationary, so if anything, slightly drier air pushing in. You see more tannish shades here of the air mass relative humidity. But the winds slacken off. You see a little bit of divergence here. This yellow line and this yellow line are a bit further apart. So, winds could be kind of gusty. You can see they've slackened off quite a bit here. We don't see too much of that orange shade. Maybe just more of the 5 to 15 mile an hour winds, maybe gusting at 20 miles per hour across the higher terrain of Idaho and further into Utah. But again, it's very dry. Humidity is down to 4, 5, 6% across northern Nevada, single digits to low teens in Idaho and northern Utah. And then Monday, we see these height lines tightening up a bit. We have more high risk for wind, mostly in Idaho. You can see the strongest wind speeds up through there in the orange to purple shades, gusts of 30 to as much as 40 to 45 miles per hour. And even further south in Nevada, not quite critical, but gusts in the 20s to near 30 miles per hour. Again, humidity, single digits to low to mid-teens as you go across northern Nevada, Utah, into southern Idaho. No significant measurable precipitation in the next 3 days. And looking out here in the longer range, another windy forecast is low, the culprit, deep, almost like an early winter low pressure system, keeping the moisture into British Columbia and in Washington state. But we're on the drier side through here, so we'll continue to see the winds here on Tuesday across a good portion of northern Nevada into parts of Utah. Similar story on Wednesday. And we don't have high risk through here, but it's conceivable these winds will keep increasing. There may be a slight increase in humidity, maybe above 20 to 25% across northern Idaho. So we have some green painted in here, maybe some light showers. But that moisture shifts back northward. So again, dryness and breezy conditions continue even through Friday. No significant precipitation for the entire 7-day period, so fires that are burning are not going to see relief from precipitation, and probably not in the 8 to 14-day outlook. The 15th to the 21st of September, notice this dry bullseye across the Great Basin. Temperatures maybe near normal, warmer than normal across the southern half, near normal to the north, but again, continued dry. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.